What's up, guys? It's Clown Fight here. Guys, today I'm just going to give you my reaction, my thoughts on the Chris Eubank versus Conor Benn fight. I wasn't able to give this reaction last week, guys. The fight was last week. I've just been a bit busy. I'm starting to try get back on schedule now, guys. I have a lot of requests, guys. So don't think I'm not going to get to this stuff. Daniel Dubois fighting Usyk. I got my thoughts on that. I've got a press conference. There's loads of things, guys, I'm going to break down. What I'm going to do in this video is just I'm going to give you my thoughts on the Chris Eubank and Conor Benn fight. I did make a video on my channel, and I have seen a few comments of people basically bashing me, saying you got this totally wrong. And I want to give you my thoughts and what I want to say. So Chris Eubank fought Conor Benn last week, and it was a close fight. It was a close fight. I thought the right man won. Chris Eubank definitely won by at least 1 to 2 rounds, in my opinion. Even though I was rooting for Conor Benn, and you can check my breakdown and everything. Now, what I want to touch on is, well, I'll give you the thoughts on the fight first. Very good fight. I saw Conor Benn winning the first couple of rounds, maybe up to round 5. He was sticking it on Chris Eubank, and Chris Eubank almost looked like he was done. He was doing the shaky, skanky leg stuff. Conor Benn rocked him a few times. And remember, bear in mind, this is a smaller man that's come up in weight. Now, don't get me wrong, Chris Eubank had to drop a lot of weight. But yeah, he was putting it on Chris, and I didn't think Chris was going to make it through there, guys. I thought he's past it. But guys, Chris Eubank proved me wrong. Changed, I would say, from round 6 onwards, 5 to 6 onwards, Chris Eubank flipped the switch, and he went into do or die mode. And I didn't think he could do it at this stage of his career, but he did. He stayed on Conor Benn's chest and made it into a slug fight, into a dog fight. Chris Eubank showed me in that fight why the guys got heart. I have to give it to him. Both fighters had heart, but I'll give it to Chris Eubank. I was writing him off. Now, the guy showed something in that fight where I had to put my hands together and say, you know what, fair play. It's almost like he gave everything so he couldn't lose. And yeah, and that won him the fight by 2 rounds, in my opinion. As the fight went further on, Chris Eubank just cumulatively stuck it on Conor Benn, where Chris Eubank's output was too much for Conor Benn. Conor Benn was getting hit. Don't get me wrong, Chris Eubank got damaged, but the way he recovered it is in the later rounds, he didn't stop. He was on him like a pit bull, and it was an entertaining fight. I liked the fight. It was a dog fight. It was like their fathers fought. So fair play to both guys, and both guys can be proud of themselves with that performance. I definitely give props to Chris Eubank. Now, what I want to touch on, guys, is a lot of people have come out in my comments. Not a lot of people, but you get those sly fuckers that come out and start giving me that criticism. Your prediction is wrong. You said Chris Eubank was going to lose, etc., etc. And they drop these funny sly comments. So what I want to do in this video is I want to explain my thoughts behind my prediction and what actually happened and why I believe Chris Eubank won. So I made a video. I said why Chris Eubank will lose to Conor Benn. And if you watch this video instead of just taking the mindset, and my main points in this video I made was based off of Chris Eubank's father and Chris Eubank. I believe Chris Eubank's father is a vital role into Chris Eubank, and I'll go further and say this. On the night they said Chris Eubank's father wasn't going to show up, I stick by my prediction. If Chris Eubank's father wasn't there, I don't think Chris Eubank would have won that fight. The fact his father turned up for him last minute, and hopefully their relationship is mended, Chris Eubank won that fight. So I got people in my comments crying, saying, this was completely wrong. You got it wrong. I didn't get it wrong, guys. I didn't get it wrong. I said, if you go back and watch my video, if you look in theory, I said Chris Eubank's a good fighter, but without his father, he's nothing. Without that support, without his backing, it's psychologically, it's not going to work out for him. My whole emphasis, the reason I was going against him was based off his father. Remember, I look at psychological things. His father turned up for him. Now, that flips the script entirely. If Chris Eubank is in good terms with his father and they're together, Chris Eubank would win this fight. He's the bigger man, and I would back it. And if you go back and you watch my prediction video, I said at the end of the video, Chris Eubank's father won't show. If he doesn't show up, Chris Eubank's going to lose this fight, and then in the rematch, Chris Eubank's father will turn up and he'll win the fight. I said this in my video. Let's go watch it. Chris Eubank's going to go back to his father. Conor Benn stops Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank's going to go back to his father. He's going to go back to his dad. Now, if Chris Eubank mends his relationship with his dad, and he gets on the same page, and he realizes he's fucked up, and have a rematch, because there is a 2-fight deal, I believe Chris Eubank, if he comes back with his father and he gets his right mindset, he can beat Conor Benn in the rematch. But if he doesn't, he's going to get stopped, guys. Look, I'm not a betting man. So there you go, guys. I just played a little segment in this video. If you understand what I'm saying, rather than jumping on a bandwagon, I will go through the comments and everything what people are saying. I literally said, if Chris Eubank is on good terms with his father and that mends it, he'll win this fight. I said it in there. I goes, he'll win the rematch. The reason I went against him is he didn't have his father there. He was weight cutting. He had so many factors against him. Last minute, his dad pulls through for him. I believe if his dad didn't show up, in my opinion, it would have been a tighter fight. Remember, I said Conor Benn is going to stop him viciously. The first 4 or 5 rounds, Conor Benn was putting it on him. Chris Eubank was almost gone. He was staggering. I said he's going to do the staggering dance. He staggered in the first couple of rounds. What gave Chris Eubank that extra oomph was his father. So I don't go against my prediction. I got it wrong. Fair play to Chris Eubank. My prediction was wrong. But if you look into what I say, I wasn't actually wrong, if you get what I'm saying. It's all psychological and it all came through for Chris Eubank, so fair play. Let's go through these comments, guys. The shittiest prediction ever. Mate, you got to look into my things. I'll put my hands up. Maybe I'll get a prediction wrong here and there. But read into what I'm trying to say. Don't just go, oh, the shittiest prediction ever. I got it wrong. I don't think it was the shittiest prediction ever. I even said in my fucking prediction video, all this stuff I already said. He comes back with his father, he'll beat Conor Benn. But without his father, with all these factors, he's not going to win. And I'm not going to go against what I said. Conor Benn did stick it on him. Conor Benn gave him a hard fight. Now, I heard Chris Eubank wants to go up and fight Canelo next. He's got no chance beating Canelo, in my opinion. He'll be entertaining, but you kind of got... There are people out there that say Conor Benn won. People say it was a draw. I'm not going to say it was a draw, even though I was rooting for Conor Benn. I'll give it to Chris Eubank. The last few rounds, he went into do or die. He went into dog mode. The guy turned into a pit bull, and I have to give it to him. I gave him respect. But again, for me, his father and him, I'm hoping their relationship's mended. If their relationship's mended, if these lot have a rematch, Chris Eubank will beat him again. I'm not saying Conor Benn can't get better, but there's no point. It's the only way Conor Benn would have won him if his father wasn't in his corner, and that would have psychologically affected him. So yeah, man, that again, I don't go back against my prediction. There's probably a few other people that have left comments here. Yeah, man, I can't go through all of it now, but yeah, so that's on the Chris Eubank stuff. That's done. Again, there was a Canelo fight yesterday. I ain't gonna cover that. It's a boring fight. Canelo won by points. I do want to cover one fight though, guys. I do want to cover one fight. I did make a video on my channel, guys, a while back, and it was on the boogeyman Martin Bakole. All these people think Martin Bakole is a sick fight. Well, Martin Bakole finally got his training camp, and he was to fight Efe Ajagba yesterday. He finally had his fucking 6 to 8 week training
in
camp,
1850,
and he had to fight
D1 during the regatta.
And I didn't watch the fight. I checked the highlights out, guys, and it was back and forth. It was dull, basically. He was giving all this hype man talk that he's the best in Africa, etc., etc. Cussing Ajagba. He couldn't even beat Ajagba. This fight ended in a draw. The guy, all these people think Bakole is this boogeyman. He ain't no fucking boogeyman. He's a jelly bean monster. I made a video on my channel cussing the shit out of this guy because he's a shit fighter. He won't get in the top 10. He'll beat a few people. He's no fucking boogeyman. So I just want to put my stamp on the video I made. Definitely check my video out when this fucking so-called boogeyman got stopped by Joseph Parker. People saying, oh, this guy's all these boxing experts say Bakole's a fucking animal. Bakole's shite. He had fucking his training camp this time. He came into the fight. He's like he fucking came off a couch again. And he's giving all these excuses to Ajagba. Oh, you wouldn't have taken the Parker fight on 1 day notice. Of course, Ajagba says, I wouldn't have taken that fight on 1 day notice. There's no way I would have taken it. I mean, it's dumb. You did it for money and greed. He talks a lot of shit. He's a fucking jelly bean type of fighter. And loads of people rate Martin Bakole. Martin Bakole is a fucking joke of a fighter. If he was all that, he should have battered him. He should have stopped Ajagba. Ajagba outboxed him. Yes, towards the end, you could say Bakole was putting him on the ropes a bit more. And again, he was letting more shots go. But throughout majority of the fight, he was getting outboxed by Ajagba. I would even say Ajagba won, but fuck it, it was a draw. I don't want to see this shit again. Bakole is not a high-rated fighter. I don't know where these people get this fucking dumb knowledge from. But yeah, guys, I just want to rip the fucking jelly bean again, man. Because there's too many people out there that think Bakole is this fucking boogeyman. He ain't no fucking boogeyman. Put him in with AJ. AJ would stop him. Guys, let's be straight. People were telling me before the Parker fight. I said, yo, put Bakole in with AJ. People are, oh, Bakole would kill AJ. No, he fucking wouldn't. AJ would stop him cold. And there's a lot of exposing I need to do, guys. People I need to catch up on. There's so much I need to catch up on my channel. I'm hearing Fury versus AJ may happen. Fury might be making a comeback. So, guys, I need to be making a comeback. I've taken my break. I'm slowly going to get into it. The content's going to get better. I'm going to do my press conference breakdowns. There's a lot I need to break down. I've still got some videos in the archive. I've got to get all this out, guys, bit by bit. And yeah, so that's going to be my video, guys. I know the Daniel Dubois stuff versus Usyk, that's all coming. A lot of people want breakdowns. We've got some time till that, so I'm going to get that out. I think it's actually next month, but I'm going to get that out, guys, bit by bit. And let's get back on the bandwagon. But further ripping on Bakole. Bakole, after the fight, is fucking screaming on the mic, I thought I won. Your coach told me I won, etc., etc. This guy's just a fucking shit fighter, man. He's just a shit fighter. He believes he won the fight. Your coach told me I won. All these people saying, give Bakole a full training camp. He's an animal. He's a fucking animal. Let's go through some comments. There's mine. Bakole is a bum. I'm just going to say it straight. Bun. I can't put the bum because I'll get fucking deleted comment. Bakole is a deluded if he thinks he won. Maybe that right hand from Parker is still affecting him. See, this is what I'm saying. People's narratives change. A lot of these people were like, oh, back in Bakole. Bakole's going to go through this Ajagba. Now they're all going to flip on Bakole. This is what I don't like about the fucking boxing world. Everyone's fickle. I had this opinion from the start. I'm going to keep the same opinion. I'm not going to change my opinion. I'll give respect where it's due, but I'm not going to change my opinion. Imagine if Bakole had a full training camp. Oh, that's right. He did have one this time round. Look at your fucking face, you bum. At least both these guys gave us a good fight, worth watching. And like every other fight this week, these YouTubers are proper for me. Bakole don't need 4 weeks of training in order to win. He needs 2 months, 8 weeks to burn more body fat and to move faster. If Bakole, I was a Bakole fan, but I gave it to Efe, to be honest. So many people think Bakole is a fucking sick fighter. He's a lazy fucking fighter, man. He's not a good fighter. He's a bum. He can beat people outside the top 10, but he's never gonna get into the top 10, and he's never gonna win a bout. He's not all that, man. So, look, I don't want to keep ripping Bakole, but honestly, I said this before. I'll say it again. He's not. Look at the guy thinks he's won. He's just an arrogant fucking imbecile, man. He's an idiot. I don't rate him. I don't understand why people rated him. Parker fucking made him do the jelly bean dance. He was supposed to beat this Efe Ajagba. He couldn't do it. The fight was a draw. What a joke of a fighter, man. Put him in with AJ, man. Put AJ in with him. Give this as an AJ warm-up fight. AJ will knock this guy out cold, and you'll never hear him again. All these people are going to flip on him. Switch sides on the Bakole now, which I don't like. Because if you back him, man all the way, innit? But yeah, guys, that's going to be my video. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.